So this is the welder off the service truck. This is a thermal arc Predator, and the motor mount in here is broke. So Jake's gonna weld that up, and then we've taken a pattern up to the local fab shop, and they're cutting us a piece to go along here, same thickness as this, to plate the sides. But as you can see, this is a piece of angle iron that I've got clamped in here to hold this up straight. But this is all the strength there is, this thickness in here, and this is a really poor design. Funniest part of this whole deal is we're gonna weld the Predator and repair it with a Lincoln 256. I guess we could go fire up the old link welder with the Wisconsin on it and weld it. Weld probably a 2000 model thermal arc welder with a 1953 Lincoln welder. Oh, that looks good.
That's the other question. It's like
I'm gonna have to grind. Well, I don't know. If I put these are pretty hard rubber. I could bolt it down on that bead and be all right, couldn't I?
If you pick this end up all the way, would I be able to slide under there and weld the bottom?
I don't know. We'll worry about that when I get those pieces and get them put on there, I guess. Okay, we got the motor mount fixed, welded up, and it probably broke from this thing sitting on the service truck and getting banged around. But this is a really, I don't know, in my mind it's a really poor design for a motor mount. There's just nothing there really to hold anything. So what we did is we took a piece of cardboard and we traced this. Anyway, we went up to local fab shop, Industrial Metal Enterprises here in Blackfoot, and man, they can cut out some cool stuff. They got water jets, plasmas. Anyway, they're really good at what they do. So we had these made up, and what I plan on doing here is putting this in like this and leaving just enough up here to run a bead on top of the old mount to this stiffener web, and I'm hoping that that's going to give it enough strength through this area, because this right here is only that thick, and the pieces we had made are like twice that much meat right there. This is a 3/16 plate's what it is, but I've got one for each side, and we'll clamp it on there and just, I don't know, maybe leave a 1/4 inch reveal all the way around it and weld that right there. Okay, I got the bearing off the welder. This is the end housing. Make sure you mark the top, because I don't know if it's different or not, but anyway, I just thought I'd mark the top. Anyway, you just got to take this thing and tap it on the top and bottom till she comes off, and it will leave the bearing there, because there's no retainer on the inside. There's an O-ring in here. I don't know what that's all about. I assume that's the O-ring. I assume that's to hold the bearing tight in there. There is a snap ring on the end of the shaft here to keep it from coming out, but it takes a pretty good puller to snap it loose, but it will come off. But that's what it looks like after quite a while. The grease is coming out of this one, and it would squeal in the morning sometimes when it was really cold, so we just figured that's what it was. But so we're going to put a new bearing in it before we put it back together. Had a bearing at the bearing store for a month for it now. Never did go get it till today. Oh, it's made in Turkey. Do they make anything in the United States? It's about time we stop this crap. Stop making this elsewhere. I don't care if you can make it for a few bucks less. Look at that one. It's already got oil running out of it. Ain't that sweet? Quality spells quality. Turkey. Leaking out both sides of it. How long do you think that'll last? Okay, I put the bearing on. Forgot to turn the camera on. Anyway, I just used a socket. I put it over here and tapped it on. After I cleaned the shaft up, it went on good. So I've got the snap ring on. Now I need to install this chunk on it. And I probably ought to put some oil or grease in there to help it slide up over that O-ring, I guess.
If I put together with the bolts, probably could if they're long enough. So, let's see. Tap, tap, tap. There we go. Now, piece of tape. Now, that was in. Uh-oh, that one's screwed up. Heck. That's all wacky-dood. Cleaning up the stuff, these got to be incorrectly. Yeah, these are all lined up. It's just that one. Out of whack. One. These out of whack. That out of whack. Ah. Just enough. Screwed up. Alright. So close. Oh.
Okay, mission accomplished. Now, what goes on next? Probably the fan, but we need to weld those bills in. But I gotta weld those motor mount stiffeners in. Okay, so these are the stiffeners that are going to go in here. Do you stitch weld this or do you fully weld it? What would you do? By the time you see this, I'll have it done though, so it won't matter, huh? But I'd still like to know if I did it right or wrong, what the proper way is to do this. I know what. I'm gonna call Frank Cunningham. That's who I'm calling. Hey Frank, got a question for you. I'm working on my welder, and this is a gusset that I've put in all the way across this side. And what I was gonna do is just weld here all the way. Is that proper, or should I just stitch weld it? This is the piece that I'm welding. I'm gonna weld one on each side. So it's just going to go right here. So that's my question is, you know, do I fully weld it? Do I stitch weld it? What would you do?
I think it just depends on what you want to do, Jeff. Stitch weld ought to be plenty strong if you just weld, say, 2 inches every skip, maybe weld 2 inches, skip 2 inches. I think it'd be fine. What you're doing there, you're more than doubling the thickness of that material, so you know, I think it'd be overkill to weld all of it. Plus, you'll probably get some warpage that you won't like. So I'd probably just do like you're saying. I think you're on the right track.
Hey Frank, I'm real sorry about Mrs. Cunningham kicking you out of the house and you happen to live in that motel, boy, sure hope you can work things out there and get back into that nice home you got there, Oklahoma.
I didn't get kicked out, Jeff. Don't start any rumors like that. I'm actually over here trying to get some work done so I can pay the bills.
This is from John. He came and stopped by and visited me quite a while ago, but he sent me some cool stuff. Oh wow, John, you shouldn't have. Oh, front air angle die grinder. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Okay, the bristle pads. The green you use on the head, the block, and manifolds.
Awesome.
So I got the welder put back together, and you saw that. I have a few little details left, very important details left to finish here before we're done. I've got a new cooling fan in it, fixed the broken frame. This little episode with the broken cooling fan burned up the air cleaner box. So all in all, it cost me about $255 to repair that. I've had some guys that wanted me to do a shop video. So for those of you that have never seen the shop, this is my shop. I got my 505 stroker for my Challenger sitting there. My toolboxes are here. This is the whiteboard. And this is the cool banner that my dealer, cat dealer, Western States Equipment, made for me. Got my Lincoln 256 MIG welder there. I got 3 Cat D343 heads there in the corner. The desk, which is a mess. Since that BLM job, we have not had time to clean the shop up. This is my Challenger still sitting here. I've got to get going on that. I've got a Tremec in the box sitting here for it. Got the gun rack for when salesmen show up. Here's my spare cardboard pile. A good mechanic cannot be without cardboard. That stuff is invaluable. Anyway, the 1693 sitting here. I've got some of the valves out. I need to finish tearing down the engine on it. Our oil drums are over there, but we have built us a rack, and we've got a couple of totes here. Want to get set up to buy oil in bulk. So that's the plan. There's the old idle arc welder. Jake has a idle arc machine like that, only it does TIG. He's moved it down to his place. This is our Lincoln 350 Pro inverter. And then we got an LN25 suitcase wire gun. And that wire gun is squirting, 5/64 wire, I believe is what I've got in it. It's big stuff, big wire. Got the grinder over here. We put on an old truck wheel. This is my compressor on wheels. Steam cleaner. We put on some old Suzuki motorcycle fat wheels. And got me a fridge over here, some pegboard, place where we can hang coats and coveralls. I got a press, but I bulged the cylinder, putting too much pressure to it. So I got to get a new cylinder made. Bandsaw and my other old toolboxes, parts washer, and my workbench over there. But I wanted to show you, this is the cover for the Predator welder, and it's kind of a purple color. In video it looks kind of pink. So anyway, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to have it painted, and Monday I'm taking it over to a guy to paint this. But I'm going to paint it yellow cat urethane, high gloss paint. I got a bunch of this left over and some hardener from when I painted my scraper. So I'm going to paint that part yellow, and then the bottom of the welder that's black, I'll go ahead and paint that in a glossy black. And I got an old gantry crane here with a peerless chain hoist. This is about well, yeah, it says right on it, 3 ton. So it's handy for lifting stuff around in here. And this is our parts washer, and it's a Gray Mills. I love this parts washer, but I'm afraid someday you're not going to be able to get solvent anymore. Guy's going to have to go to one of those very expensive hot water ones. And like I said, things are a mess in the shop. We need to do a little cleaning up here. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. I want to introduce you to some more of my awesome subscribers. I want to start out with Tom Cook. He's from West Virginia. Thanks for subscribing, Tom. Next is Joe Dion. He's a shop foreman for NC Machinery. They're a cat dealer. I think they service everything from Seattle to Alaska. Thanks for subscribing, Joe, and your kind words. Dusty One, he's from Southern Michigan. It said MI, so I hope I got that right. Randy Treeman, he's from New Jersey. Thank you, Randy, for subscribing. And Brian Lilquist, not sure where you're from, Brian. I know you've been a subscriber for a long time, and you've made a lot of comments, so thank you for that. Jeff Ward, a homie from my hometown, Blackfoot, Idaho. Thanks for subscribing, Jeff. That's awesome. And Simon Ewing from Kalangadoo, Australia, is how you pronounce that? Kalangadoo, Australia. Anyway, Simon, that's awesome. Thank you for subscribing down under, mate. And I have a subscriber from Finland. Okay, it's Perttu Kartunen. Is that correct? Perttu Kartunen. And last but not least, Gord Benetu from Southwest Ontario, Canada. Thanks, Gord, for subscribing, and we'll see you next week. Hey, I got some cool stuff going on, not this week, but next week. On the 16th of August, I will be headed down to the Salt Lake Truck Show in Lehi, Utah. I'll be bringing the Kenworth, and I will be bringing one of my pieces of equipment down. Not sure if I'm going to be able to bring the Cat. They've got some huge road construction on I-15, and they've got it down to 2 lanes. You've got opposing traffic. So I'm not sure what the width restrictions are going to be. I need to find that out. But anyway, the truck show is the 17th and 18th of August at Thanksgiving Point in Lehi, Utah. I think it's exit 284. And I'll be there. And there'll be some cool stuff going on. You're going to see some cool stuff this week that I'll be doing here in the shop in preparation for going down to the truck show. So if you're in the area, stop by and say hello. I'd love to talk to you. Okay, time to show you some of the cool stuff that people have sent me this week. Chuck Jpaydirt out of Louisiana, Lake Charles, Louisiana, sent me a sticker. I am now an official coon-ass. Registered coon-ass. Anyway, thanks, Chuck. He also sent me some other cool stuff. I'm gonna see if I can take a picture of that and show it to you. Okay, here's something pretty cool. The old Kenny coloring book. My brother-in-law did this, and if you've got grandkids or little kids that like to color this kind of stuff, you're gonna like this. We got a little old Kenny in there. We got some other cool trucks in here. Anyway, I'm gonna put a link to the description below. It'll be an Amazon link. He also has a custom crusher coloring book with monster trucks. And these things are only, I think, $7.50. So check it out. Got some stickers, some JPD diesel power stickers. And so those of you that are buying hats and calendars, I'm going to throw some of these in for free for you. Okay, love this. Guy named Burning Dinosaurs sent me this. He's out of Iowa. He says, Jeff, as soon as I saw this picture, I knew I had to get one for you. It's got some of what I love and some of what you love. I've never worked on anything bigger than a 3208 C7 or 6 CT Cummins, but I've learned a lot about larger engines from you and your videos. Really enjoy how you explain everything you're doing and why, and also the wide variety of jobs you do and things you work on. I think it's great how much you've helped people of all walks of life over the years. I also know how much work goes into making videos for YouTube myself, so I truly appreciate the hard work you put into it and sharing your life with all of us out here on the internet. Hope to continue to enjoy your videos for a long time. Thank you, Burning Dinosaurs. P.S. I know you appreciate handwritten letters, but you'd never be able to read my handwriting, so I figured this was... Hey, man, yeah, sometimes handwrittens are really hard to read, so I love this. It was typed out. I could totally read it. But I love this picture. This is funny, if you can read that. I really appreciate this. I'm going to find some place to hang it here in the shop. That's an awesome picture. Thank you very much. Okay, Tony Tomlinson sent me this. He says, Jeff, my father was a heavy equipment salesman for International from 1970 to 1986 before moving to John Deere until he retired in 2006. I was enjoying watching your Wabco 35s operating, so I dug out some of my dad's old Wabco info to send you. Enclosed is a 35D brochure, a service bulletin from 1984 detailing how to improve hydraulic system component life in a 35C, and an actual dealer cost quote for a new 35D haul pack truck in 1984. My father sold dozens and dozens of the 35C and 35D haul packs in Southwest Virginia and East Tennessee. I also sent you a couple of Wabco belt buckles. I really enjoy your videos, so thank you. Yeah, those belt buckles were cool, Tony. Those were awesome. But anyway, yeah, these are awesome. Apparently these came with the 1271 or the KT 1150 Cummins. And so I'm assuming the two other 35Cs the boys have that have the 420 Cummins in them. I don't know why you would change them out unless those 1150s are expensive to repair and they blew them up. But anyway, those are some nice looking trucks. Looks like they improved the cabs on the D models. look a little better, but I appreciate that. Gives all the heights and widths, capacities. That's awesome. Thank you, Tony. Oh, and then, yeah, here's what this is the part I really wanted to show you. Okay, so this is what a new Wabco did cost back in 1984. So basically, it looks like 170,000. Base truck was 294,000. I don't know what MLM is. Is that some kind of discount, distributor invoice amount, cash discount? So you got them, looks like they got them down to 170,000. That's pretty cool stuff. I wonder what that same truck today would cost. $500,000? And then John Lewis stopped by. He was on vacation. He was up north of me. He's from Marana, Arizona, and he dropped me off a hat. I'm sorry I missed you, John. I called him back on the phone. That's awesome. And he left me a bunch of cool shirts from Ely Heavy Haul. That's awesome. And I'm down to my fighting weight. My gut won't stick out if I wear these. And I love this because I love the pocket thing. Because I want a shirt that I can put my phone in. So that's cool. Thank you, John, very much. Okay, I got a big box here and a letter. So let me read you the letter. It says, Jeff, my Friday entertainment deserved what I would call a sample care package for your equipment. 44 and been turning wrenches since I was 16. It's all I sleep, eat, and breathe. These are some products I have seen over the years that have not found a better one to replace. Love the old stuff and how you take care of it. I work on about everything except cars and power sports, four-wheelers, jet skis. Wish I was working on more cat stuff. Always seem to enjoy the job more. And even getting parts is nice. Couple questions. What is the kind of trailer you use for the D9 and the one for scrapers? Never seen a setup like that. The wheels are different and I have never seen a two-piece trailer. The big low boy is a Murray, M-U-R-R-Y or A-Y, I can't remember. They're built in Stockton, California, the same place Cozads are built. They're made out of 100,000 PSI steel and cut full of holes for their lightweight. And the Jeep trailer is a 16 tire. It's expandable, and then you can also collapse it. But in California and then western states, they require a huge bridge distance between your axles. And California recognizes that 16 tire Jeep. I think they'll allow you, California guys will have to correct me on this. I'll have to go look at my stuff. But I think it's about 58,000 or 60-some thousand on that 16 tire setup. And then the scraper Jeep and dolly, the dolly is a Cozad and it's just an 8 tire. It uses 11R 17.5s, and the Jeep uses the same size tires, and the Jeep is a Beal. Anyway, I bought those at a Ritchie Brothers sale up in northern Idaho. And really what I need is a 16 tire setup. Those work well for a 31 or a 27. They work really well. But for a 37, you're like 46 and change on those 8 tires, and that's a little much. Do you do oil samples? If not, why? Yes, we do. We do them on the excavator because it was part of the package when we bought it. We bought a 4-year warranty on it. And so we do the oil sampling on that. They send us the bottles. I'm going to start to do it on the C15 and the D9 since I've changed the turbos. And then we're going to do some other things to try to clean up the oil. And so we're going to be doing a series on oil filtration. So yeah, I'm going to do that a whole lot more. Need to figure out how to subscribe sometime. Never lets me set it up for some reason. Every time I put a username in or password to set it up, says I can't use it. Any ideas? Boy, I don't know. It's been, I think when I set my YouTube account up, it was like 2007. They didn't really require much information. So if somebody can help him out, leave it in the comments below. Plenty of likes when I do, even though there is not enough dirt moving wrenches or trucks. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, Matthew Marquette, and he says he'll email me a description of why he likes the products and once I get them. So he sent me some Welldin pipe joint compound, and oh, cool. I love this. This is awesome. This is a Timken seal specification guide. That's awesome. That'll come in really handy. I love that. And this is, so yeah, okay, cool. It shows you your wiper seals, U-cups, all that stuff. That's awesome. The boys could probably use that when they get ready to do those other cylinders on the trucks, because we were having a hard time finding all the seals that we needed. Wow. That's everything, man. That is everything. And a whole lot more. Ooh, metrics. Metrics. Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, Matt. Thank you guys for sending me the cool stuff. Oh, and Matt, did you also send me the grease and the diesel fuel treatment stuff? Because I wasn't sure if that came from you. If it did, thank you. And let me know if that was you, because it came directly from the manufacturer. So next week I'll be showing that stuff. Okay, Jim Blaylock has sent me a new turbo. This is going to go on the C15, and I want to show you this decal I had him put on there. Jim has the ability to put all kinds of decals and things on the compressor housing if you would like something like this done. And this has got the American flag and an eagle and stuff on it, and it just screams made in the USA. I like it. Anyway, I'm going to be putting this on to go down to the truck show, and all I've got to do is remove my old turbo, the center section and the compressor housing. I'll leave the exhaust turbine, the switchblade housing on, and then just put this on and clamp it down. But I need to, I'll take this off, the compressor housing. I'll get this painted up nice and pretty yellow, and this is going to look cool. And this is the latest and greatest technology from Jim, and this is called a super core, and he's offering this in this decal or powder coat, however you wanted it. And man, this will make your truck look cool. This screams made in America, doesn't it? Made in America by Blaylock. So this is cool. This is some of the cool stuff I'm going to be doing. Got another super cool deal I'm going to be doing to the truck too. Gonna go pick that up Monday morning, tomorrow morning. So you'll see that during midweek. Anyway.
Hold on to your butts.